Why don't you pay attention? Maybe you need to go back and start the show from the beginning. I'm trying to have a conversation with somebody. He called me and he was upset about, didn't think I was mad about the cops killing the guy. I just pointed out that more whites are killed in this country by cops. And no, the answer, well, here's the numbers right here. Flat Earth, what's up?
Hey, man, I'm not going to yell.
All right, I appreciate that.
Right?
I need to get my blood pressure down.
Right? But I believe you're being extremely deceptive and cunning with your arguments, right? Like one, right?
You say I'm being deceptive?
No, like extremely deceptive, right? For example, oh my God, like more white people are killed by cops, right?
Yes.
That's not our argument. So what our argument is we're being killed at a disproportionate rate. Like for example, right? There's like 70% white, right? However, and there's I think like 14% black, right? In the States currently. The current numbers of police brutality do not represent that, and that's currently in all that we're saying, right? And like we currently do not protest when black on black crime happens, right?
Why? That's my point. That's my point, though.
Yeah.
Why are you not protesting that? If a black life, hold up, let me finish. If a black life means so much to you, why are you not out in your communities when a fellow black man kills another black man? Why? That's what I'm asking. It makes your argument seem disingenuous when you only care if that black person is being killed by a white. That's the only time you seem to be upset. And then that's when I went into about the Planned Parenthood, because there's more Planned Parenthood kills more black babies in this country than anybody. Why does that not upset you?
Well, right, okay, well, like the first argument, right, is why aren't we upset when a black man kills a black man, right?
Yeah.
When a black man kills a black man, he more often than not goes to jail for a very long time. Two, we have community leaders, who work with communities, just to tackle gang, gang violence, right? But our outrage comes from justice not being served when a black man is killed, right? If I go out and kill, another black man, right? I'm going to jail for a very long time. A cop does it, he either gets off, like nothing happens, or 5 years in prison, right? So I feel like you are not quite, you don't quite understand exactly where our outrage is coming from, right?
No, I'm saying I don't trust your outrage because I don't see it for the other killings. Is what my point is. I don't see you being outraged when a black man kills a black man. I don't see you marching or tearing up the city or doing that. I don't see it with Planned Parenthood that kills more black babies in this country than anybody else. And I don't have the numbers on that, or I could tell you, but I know that they're higher in the black community, Planned Parenthood abortions. What I'm trying to make a point of, and this is what happens when this happens, is because we get off on these other numbers, and it makes us argue further with each other. What them cops did up there in Minneapolis is wrong. I said it's wrong. They should be in jail. They should have been locked up when they got back off of patrol, because they fired them. They should have put them in cuffs. We see that that's wrong. Listen, but we're upset with you. We see that too, but we don't see the black community come out when a white person is killed by the cops. We don't see y'all coming out and protesting then. So y'all don't care about when cops kill white people?
Well, one, right? Again, and that's weird. We go back to media coverage, right?
Yeah.
One, either white people don't make enough noise about it, or the media, doesn't fit into their particular agenda, right? But again, we don't see that, right? So again,
you don't see that but you don't see that when a cop kills a white person, because the news media don't blast it all over the place, because it don't help their agenda of keeping the white and black community arguing with each other. Because
it is also true, right? A the last like big case that like we can really like draw to, like where like a cop killed like a white person, right, and it made like national news. Was again in the same city, right, Minneapolis. A Somalian, killed his white lady unjustly in cold blood. Like, what happened to him?
Yeah, what happened with that?
Got convicted, right? They went to jail.
What was his sentence? What was his sentence on that? I don't even remember what his sentence was.
I'm not even sure, but he definitely got more than like 10 years, right? But again, people did did march the street and did protest on that. So it is definitely equal if you see it, right? So again, definitely the media for not highlighting it. And it does kind of seem, right, as if they do have a separate agenda. However, right, when like that happened, he did go to jail.
Yeah.
We are outraged, like not because, oh my God, a cop killed, a black man, right? We are outraged because a cop killed a black man and it seems as if nothing happens at all. And I feel like that's where, people like aren't quite understanding our outrage, right? If a black man kills, another black man, he goes to jail for a very long time. We're fine with that, we take it, oh my God, he killed a black man, he goes to jail for a very long time. We don't protest, we're fine with it. A cop kills, a black man, if nothing happens, and I feel like y'all aren't quite understanding exactly like what our like outrage is, but that's all.
But no, I'm trying to tell you where we're coming from. Me being a white man, where I'm coming from. Yeah. I don't see the protest of when a white man gets killed by the police. I don't see that. And like I said, I don't see the protest when a black on black crime happens. I don't see it. It's like the black community don't care unless it's a white person that kills them. Then it's outrage. There was 25 shootings in Chicago this weekend, and Chicago's always in the news about the shootings. 25 shootings, 10 people were killed. What do you think the races of the shooter and the victim were in them 25 shootings?
It's more likely black on black. What again, right?
But that's what I'm saying. That's the point. But the point is, there was no outcry from the black community for that. And that happens on a weekly basis up there. It happens weekly.
And we are not outraged if we believe that justice is going to be served, right? And that's what I think, like, our disconnect is, right? Like, we believe when we're mad because a white man killed a black man, right? We wouldn't give a damn, right? If a white man killed a black man and that white man went to jail for a very long time, we wouldn't care. So we only care if it seems as if a white man is murdering a black man, and the same consequences that would happen if a black man killed a black man doesn't take place, right? For example, two shootings that happened in Chicago, chances are they're going to get caught, they're going to go to jail for a very long time.
Yeah, which they should. I don't care what color you are. If you kill somebody, you should go to prison. I don't care what color you are. You're out there committing crimes with a gun. You're killing people. You should go to prison for a long time. No, regardless of what color you are. Right is right and wrong is wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's my point. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say, though.
Right.
It might be it's coming across differently because I'm bringing up the other scenarios of black people being killed. I'm just trying to make a point that the white community don't see the black community outraged when blacks are killing each other or more babies are being aborted, because they put Planned Parenthoods in mostly urban settings for easy access. That's what it seems to me. And I don't understand why you're not outraged about that.
Well, like Planned Parenthood, like for example, right? In terms of Planned Parenthood, right? Planned Parenthood, it seems as if it's put into like quote unquote like black black communities, right?
Yeah.
When like in turn, it's just put into disenfranchised communities, right? Why? Because it's for assistance and people who can't afford a service, right? No need to put Planned Parenthood in Beverly Hills because they can afford the services. So when you put it in these disenfranchised communities, right, it seems as if they're targeting blacks because, well, due to our 400 year history, blacks are popular in these disenfranchised communities due to what? Systematic racism, right? So I feel like that's why it seems as if they're targeting blacks because all they're doing is putting it in these broken down, communities, and due to our, country's history, blacks are the ones who are filling these communities. So I definitely understand that. I'm Christian. I don't believe in abortion at all. But again, I definitely feel like as men, it's not our place to really speak on what women do, right? I definitely feel like we, like us.
Well, see, I would argue that. I would argue that if you can't speak up for the unborn, and say that, hey, don't kill that baby. That baby don't have a voice. And listen, and I've been a party to that. A couple of girls I was with, we had abortions, and we didn't use it, but we used it as a form of birth control, and it was wrong. Looking back on it, it's wrong. But that's the way I feel now. I'm not in favor of abortion. If you don't want to have a baby, there's other ways to deal with that. Adoption would be a great alternative. Anything would be a great alternative than killing the baby.
Of course, right? But like my thing is, right? Well, like it's two arguments, right? Like I said, right? Like I personally don't believe it. Why? Because I'm a Christian, right?
Yeah.
And my views on life come from my understanding of the Bible, right?
Yeah.
So if someone who didn't grow up without the Bible don't really don't really have any like religious foundation, we really can't expect them to really comprehend, like just life the same as us. So because we do live in a country where like we do separate church and state, we can't really impose our own views on someone else, right? So like I definitely feel like in terms of abortion, it's just like two things. One, as men, like we should definitely leave it up to our wives and sisters and mothers, right, to deal with legislation that governs their body. So I definitely feel like that's a topic for women. And two, we come from the church, so we definitely believe that abortion is wrong. But what if there's someone who never grew up in the church? How do you expect them to draw that, like ideology of abortion being wrong? If they never grew up with that mindset and foundation that life starts
at conception.
On conception.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I definitely feel like the abortion topic, is definitely like far left. I don't see like I don't really see like the correlation between the abortion topic and like police brutality, right? Why? Because everyone gets abortion, right? Not just blacks,
Well, that's just like it's just come out. These abortion practitioners admitted to selling baby parts, and they weren't supposed to do that. They weren't supposed to be making money off them. The only way they were supposed to be getting paid back for transportation and the cost of the person performing it. That's not what they were doing. They're selling these baby parts and making a profit off of it. And most of these abortion clinics are set up around places that create like that Incrediburger from Whopper, that was supposed to be meatless. Why are they setting up shop next door to these kind of places? What are they doing? This is what my beliefs. I think they're taking these aborted babies and feeding them back to the people. They're turning us into cannibals. And that's another show.
Yeah, true, right? Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But like abortion isn't really like a black issue, I just feel like, for example, like you said.
Well, that's what I need to go back. Do you know who Candace Owen is?
Bruh, she's such a coon. Yeah, her, man.
Yeah, but listen to her. That girl is smart. Listen to I need to go back and get the numbers from her. I'm trying to look them up right here of the number of abortions, and she's got them broke down in black, white, Mexican, things like that.
Yeah, definitely, man. Hey, listen, man. I have to go. I'm on the clock right now. But definitely, like we definitely appreciate you. Like you said, you definitely believe that what those cops did are wrong.
Oh yeah.
Just, like highlighting a different view.
Look, that guy on the ground could have been white, Mexican, Asian, and I still would go. Them cops was wrong. I wasn't looking at the man's color. I was looking at their action. They were doing something wrong to somebody, to a fellow human.
Yeah. I definitely feel like if anyone like calls you a racist, they're wrong. So. I just definitely feel like we just need to get to a point where we can have like a structured dialogue as to different, opinions, about the name calling. So, man, so I definitely appreciate you, man. Thank you.
All right, man. Thanks for the call. You're a diamond caller.